hard game. I was really, really, really concerned about my team on Sunday night, and I couldn't really sleep overnight Sunday because I was worried that they'd still be bothered Monday. And then the guys I met with yesterday after practice, I felt much better at that point after I was able to see them get on the court and practice, because what they did, this is the hardest game psychologically of this event, especially for a team like us. We never talked about the NIT one time. From June 9th or whatever we started last summer, through practice and through all the noise and all that stuff, all we ever talked about was playing in the NCAA tournament. And literally get as close as we thought we got. And to not make it is a hard thing to overcome. But those kids, again, showed the type of character that they have, the type of care that they have for each other and this program, to go out and play as hard as they did. It was far from a masterpiece. But they played hard enough to overcome not playing well today. And that's something that they deserve a lot of credit for, because that's not something that's easy to do for 19, 20-year-olds who, and for our seniors, really. I mean, this is their last go-round. Jeff Carroll had no desire to play, or at least he never set a goal in his mind to play at NIT to finish his career. But we're here, and we were able to refocus our minds and play hard enough to overcome that disappointment, and now, shift our focus to trying to, continue our season and hopefully finish it off by winning the championship.
After that first quarter, any concern creep back in, or did you feel like they were playing hard? You guys just weren't.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were playing hard enough that I wasn't concerned. The biggest concern is your emotional engagement, the type of energy that you play with to start that game. And I've been there both as a player and a coach, where teams just not interested, have no desire to do it, and really can't find a way to get it turned on, can't juice themselves up enough. On the flip side, I think what you saw at the end, a team on the other side who started to realize that this is it. I mean, this season's over, and they played with a little more desperation to end the game. We didn't necessarily handle that well, but credit to those guys for fighting. They showed a lot of character there, because they could have won away at the end of the third quarter as well, and didn't. So credit to Coach Dooley and his staff for having those kids continue to compete the way they did.
Mike, how hard is it for you and your staff and then your players to not know when you're going to play again? Let alone not know who, but I know you'll know that tomorrow night.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of an idea of a window, but, I mean, it's unusual that you get to this point in the year and not know really anything that's next tomorrow. Don't really have an idea how to put a schedule together for your team. But at the same time, we've played enough games. Like, we're not going to change who we are at this point. Just have to figure out who we're going to play so we can prepare for them.
Is it a concern? I've always felt like that maybe unconsciously, maybe more than consciously, you get your body in a rhythm. If you're going to play on Wednesday and Saturday, or Saturday and Monday, but not knowing, how much does that affect your kids?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it'll affect us that much. There's a thought to take off tomorrow, but there's a chance we could play Friday.
I know.
I mean, at least by the way the schedule's set up, that's an option. I don't think that'll happen, but it's a possibility. So we probably need to stay sharp, watch some film, at least tie up some loose ends that we didn't do as well today. And that's what we'll do to keep ourselves in some kind of rhythm, flow of activity, keep their minds engaged in the process of getting better. And then once we find out who will play, they'll tell us when we'll play, and then we'll get into our normal schedule, I guess.
Just so you know, your players said anytime, anywhere, anybody, we're ready, we'll play. So
That's great.
That was their mindset.
Well, and I appreciate that. Again, all the credit for the way tonight went and the way their minds are, first of all, goes to those kids. Got punched in the gut, in a lot of ways, and Had to respond by not turning away and going and hiding. But also my staff was terrific. My assistant coaches and my support staff were really engaged with those kids for the last 48 hours. So I couldn't be more thankful to have them and their experience and their relationships with those guys to get them back engaged and understanding that we're still playing for something. First of all, we're still playing for each other. We're still playing for this university. We're still playing to improve, the way our season ends. We're still playing for a championship, and so let's go do that the best we can. And also I'd be remiss if I didn't. Our fans were terrific, and it was far from a sellout, but those people were engaged and really, really helped us emotionally from the start because our players could feel the love and the appreciation that our support was there tonight. And so I'm very, very thankful for the crowd that showed up.
What did you think of the quarter system?
It was a little different. The timeouts were weird. You get into a rhythm with that and how you kind of can anticipate and maybe you can sub strategically around that or whatever. We were lucky we didn't have a whole lot of foul trouble and didn't have to manage those type of things because that would have been a different challenge to deal with, not knowing when the next break. And then for some reason, there were like 45-second timeouts, which I didn't even know that. But the official came to us at one timeout and said, you got 45 seconds. I was like, what does that mean? 45 more seconds or 45 total seconds? And I usually don't have a whole lot to say during the timeout anyway, so I actually would rather have less time in the timeout than more.
You talked about fouls. You guys shot a season-high 41 free throws. Was that 21 of those came in the fourth quarter when they were fouled at the end? Is that just a part of the physicality of the game, or were your guys just more aggressive and having to get to the line?
Yeah, no, that was a big part of our game plan. And shooting jump shots is dangerous because if you don't make them, you start to press. Kendall did that a little bit. Jeff did it early. But when you get to the basket, you give yourself a better chance. And then you give yourself a chance to get to the free throw line. But I was really, really focused on driving the ball, throwing it inside, and then getting to the glass, which are the three ways we feel like we can get to the free throw line the best, and we did that. So that was definitely part of the strategy.
Do you feel like Mitchell's been playing with maybe a little more emotion this past week or so?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a natural thing, though. I can vividly remember as a senior realizing at some point I'm going to take this jersey off and I'm not going to ever get to put it back on. So I want to try to extend that as much as possible for a kid who's got so much vested in this place. Obviously, not just from a player standpoint. I mean, he's a pretty conscientious student. He's going to have a degree at a very high level, one that I probably would never be able to attain myself. And mom and dad both went here. Has a brother in school here. And so there's a lot of connection to making sure that he represents this program, this university, the best way possible every game.
Anything else? Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
We'll let you guys know as soon as we know.
They'll probably know before us.
They probably will know before us, yeah.
They can let us know
We'll
when we're
let-
playing,
thanks,
and then we'll.
Shoot us an email.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
All right, questions for our student athletes, Laura Shine and Jeffrey Carroll?
What do you guys think of the quarter system?
It's way different. I mean, I don't like it, but I mean, it's a not mine. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just probably it's just different because I mean, for 4 years, or 5 years, I've been playing 2 halves, so just I felt kind of different, like the flow of the game, I think.
Do you feel like though it took you guys until the second quarter to sort of get in a rhythm tonight?
I think so. I mean, I think our focus, like the first 4 minutes wasn't there for us, I think. But, I think that second quarter we found it.
How do you all feel about the 3-point range being farther back?
I mean, my numbers show that. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I just gotta find a way to make shots from back there, but no difference really.
It's the first time in a couple months you weren't playing a team you know really well, Big 12 team. Obviously, what was sort of prepping for this game and even being out there and playing a bunch of guys for the first time like?
I mean, it felt good. I mean, we're not in the tournament that we wanted to be in, but I mean, it's another game for us and the seniors, you know, to play with our guys and our brothers. So I mean, it was all good.
The third quarter, Mitch had a block attempt. They ended up calling a foul, but what did you guys think of that play?
No call. That was a straight block. Straight block at the top.
That's just, I mean, hey, it is what it is. That was one of them.
A couple possessions later, showed pretty good emotion for Mitch. Mitch is usually not too emotional out there. What did you guys think of his performance today?
I mean, he plays hard. I mean, for 40 minutes. I mean, that's just like him right there to a T. So.
Thanks for both guys. You guys, I mean, didn't shoot well tonight. It was nice just to advance, even on kind of an off-shooting night.
Yeah, it was just
I don't know, just one of them nights. I mean, it's not gonna fall every night, but I mean, it feel good. We got the W, so that's all that matters.
Jeff, over the last 2 days, practice yesterday, this game today, how were you guys able to sort of separate disappointment of Sunday night and get ready to come back and win a game today?
Just taking that feeling that we felt and just try to, you know, just use it, you know. I mean, just play hard. I mean, just because, I mean, we can't really do nothing about it now. So, I mean, just let's move on.
One of the big things tonight was bench points. You did them 28-9 in bench points, and I thought your bench was obviously stronger. My question is it hard as a team to move forward not knowing when you're going to play?
I don't know. I leave that up to the coaches.
I'm sorry?
I don't really know. I just leave that up to the coaches. I mean, whenever they tell us who we're playing against and when we're playing, we just go out and play.
Well, let me ask it a different way. Is it hard to regulate yourself and get yourself in rhythm when you don't know when you're going to play?
Nah.
Probably just focus. I mean, just being ready. I mean, at all times is all that they can do, pretty much.
You guys shot a season-high 41 free throws tonight. 21 of those came in the fourth. They were fouling there at the end. But was it a little bit more of a physical game, or were you guys just getting fouled when you guys were shooting the ball?
How many free throws we shot?
41.
That's got to be the highest for sure. I mean, they were playing pretty physical. So I mean, just I try to just take that and just use it against them. So and we did that. I mean, that's out of free throws. Good Lord. I didn't even know we shot 41. I think I probably shot like 10 or 11 myself. So yeah, it had to be
13.
12, 13.
In their last few games, they have sent their teams, their opponents to the free throw line on lives. Take a look at that. That's good. Anything else, guys?
Thank you guys.
Thanks for grabbing
Thank
those.
you guys.